somebody's not fast enough for the dog.
I could have said no, as you know. This is lovely how overgrown it is.
The dog got tired, so we're just going for a bit of a walk just to let her cool down a bit. I think we ran about 35 miles or something. But yeah, she got tired. She's only young. Leave her off. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. The idea of a... Oh no. Damn it. The idea of a pencil that you can just sharpen whenever you need it sounds brilliant. The reality is fucking different. Right, that'll do. And half the pen is gone. Look at that. Oh my god. I just had to push back the wire a little bit in the ceiling. Originally we were going to have a deeper kind of media unit, but with these shelves here, I think anything we want displayed is going to be on these shelves. So we're going to have this much thinner and more minimalist. I think I'm just kind of coming up with the design as I go, as usual. This happened to me once before. I should have remembered. Whilst plasterboard is 120 centimeters by 240, chipboard is actually 122 centimeters by 244. So my height is off. I need to take 4 centimeters off that, or I might just take 4 centimeters off that, push the whole lot up. And just before anyone asks, no, I am not mounting any electronics on this. This is just for the trim we're gonna put up. Looks a little bit small actually. And we're going to put a light all the way around it. And I'm going to cut out the center here to put the mounting, and I am going to mount the television onto the concrete wall. This is the plan. I have to say though, that looks quite small. I didn't want it too big in here, but that looks small. I'm gonna come back to it tomorrow. It's 8:30. I think Claire's finishing up as well. Damn it. All right, catch you in the morning.
Okay, good morning. Gosh, that light is bright. So, just set up the spotlight in here. We don't have light in this bathroom yet. I finished this yesterday. I had you on, I had you off, I had you set in the corner. This bathroom is just too small to maneuver tripod around in. So just thought I'd quickly show you. There was a big gap here, and this big gap here, up the top and right, that ran all the way along the top of the tiles. That's filled holes really nicely. Rob has popped out to Skibbereen to pick up some more of the smooth plaster for me, which is the white stuff here. This was the ready mix. I've decided just to not buy another tub of the ready mix. It was just, I'm not going to spend 50 quid on that again. It did go a long way, but no, we're going to stick with making it ourselves. So it's okay, it's fine. There is a little bit of time in making it, but I'm not going to pay for that again. So when he comes back with that, this is all sort of drying. This white stuff, that was the other thing with this ready mix, is that it takes so long to dry. Is our blind. Do you like it? It's a piece of vapor barrier that was left, and it doesn't bother me when I'm in here, if you just look out at the field opposite. But the kids and Rob like to have a bit of privacy. So that's the bathroom. So I've done the whole, this sort of just part here in front of what's going to be our front door, which may be a dining space. That's next. So I'm just not quite sure what I'm going to start next. I could actually sand and finish our bedroom, but then I was thinking, would I just sand the whole lot together? I think I will move this scaffolding down anyway, and hopefully that's the last bit with the scaffolding. The upstairs kids' bedrooms are high, but we might try to do it with a ladder or some other kind of setup, I think, because the scaffolding is just a bit bulky upstairs. I have just did a sort of a bit of a tidy up, got prepped and moved the scaffolding to here. I started in this corner. It's going well with this skim coat. So I'm going to keep going there. I'll leave you here so you can see what's going on.
Doesn't sound good.
Because you asked me. The scissors, it's under the sink in the bathroom. I need to do
Of course it
corner
is.
tape here as well.
Do you want anything else under the sink in the bathroom while I'm here?
Yeah, scrim tape. Is there anything else?
Masking tape.
Yeah, just pop it all on the shelf.
Do I have to?
Rob!
Oh.
You'd never get me the electric screwdriver from the bathroom, would you?
You're right.
I'll not do that here. I'll be falling off! Thanks, son.
Yeah, a definition. Melody is not my lover. Remember your careless
One day, reaching this from the top of the scaffolding, I'm going to fall off. Oh, dearie. Gotta reach as far as I can before I get down and move it.
Good morning, everybody. And it is the morning. I decided I was going to leave it and just give up on that last night. I've taken 10 centimeters off the top of this on my little bench down there, and I'm hoping this will fit and have it slightly hovering off the ground. I'm looking for a shadow gap on the top, shadow gap on the bottom. I'm going to attach a few just offcuts here and here where I can run another little border of the plywood. Put some lights behind it, and this thing's gonna light up and it's gonna pop with a TV. That's the idea. Let me try and fit it up. So another job that I gotta do is, look at my cool plans for this kitchen thing. Drawn on a nice bit of plasterboard. Another job I have to do is I have to do a repair to the back of this cooker. This cooker hood goes at the very back, just under the window. It looks great from the front, but I'm not sure how it was attached in the showroom. This cooker we got as a gift from my parents, but the price of it was half price. We found it. One of the reasons why it was half price was it was on demo, basically. It was in the store for a long time. I don't know against what wall it was put or for how long, but there's some strange little bits of rust, like something kind of spilled on it there. That you would expect the rust to be at the joints, but there is a bit of rust there actually. But very strangely, there's rust right here. I don't know what that's from. So I want to take it down to the shed. I want to give it a little bit there. I want to give it a grind out, just bring it back to metal, give it a primer, give it a quick spray of whatever blacks we call it done, and we fit it. It should last forever. And I should say as well that if any of you are wondering about our priorities, it's I'm spraying this because I want to use the black paint. So I need to the black paint was bought for this, so I just want to use whatever I need for this. Then the leftover black paint, I'm going to spray the shadow gaps between the plywood, and then I need to go down and get the plywood to basically use as a test case on how I can work with it before I do the cabinet doors. Like, I don't want to take cabinet door and mess up a whole sheet of plywood, so I'm just going to practice working with the plywood on this. So there is a process. It's all leading back to getting the cabinets as best as we can. Right, let's let that dry and have a look at this birch ply. Oh my god. I think the guitars are gonna have to go up high. Oh yeah. Oh, hello there. It's a job to restore. Move, Roo. Get out the way. Get out the way, Roo. Get out. Move, Roo. Cushions and wall hangings. You don't need to go here. Glass crockery, blue glass shells and ornaments. So basically all this stuff is meant to be fragile. Damn it. Oh, that's a long time ago since I put these in. Just hoping they survived. They look great. And in a storm, we've been worried about these. Looking good, guys. Hey, Roo. Looking good, Roo. so, Roo. Let's give it a go, shall we? I have been in the workshop trying to set up trestles so that I can give a good cut on this. However, the floor of my workshop, apart from being a mess, it's like it's scooped up and down, and I just can't get things level here. There's a huge kind of a bend. There's all different heights of the trestles. I'm using a clamp on the far side, and the weight, it just causes a bow down in the middle that's not even touching the table saw. It's not even touching the corner there. It's just, it is making contact here though, which is not really at the back. I am not sure what to do. I don't think this is possible. I think I'm just gonna have to go back to the handheld saw. Handheld saw and cut everything manually. I'd almost be safer or feel happier doing that. Didn't risk this. Yeah, I think I will do that. Which is, it's a heavy board as well to move. Whereas I can just secure it on this and just cut the edges off. I think I'll do that. This had 2 coats of primer. I'm just going to let it be for about 2 hours, give it a quick rub down and paint it black, like the front door. This is stressful. I've been stressing over this birch ply in the kitchen doors because they just have to be perfect or the kitchen will look awful. And this is the start of figuring out how to work with this plywood. And then I think after the plywood, there's absolutely no problems with any other part of the house. Wardrobes will be simple. Kids' upstairs rooms will be simple. Bathrooms will be simple. Tiling will be simple. Last piece of the puzzle is this birch ply. Okay, I'm gonna clean off this table completely. Yeah, overall I'm not too unhappy with these. They are looking good. I don't know if you can see, but there's the smallest bit of a curve. You can clearly see it here. Just right about this point, it kind of curves inwards. It's very peculiar because this thing should be perfect every time. But my problem now is that's actually following the curve. So I think I might just try and take a little bit off, straighten it up a bit. I'm out of power. I have to use all 3 battery chargers. I don't normally use that many. But this saw is flying through them. It's a slow process. I have about 21 to do. And I have, this is my 12th. Just over halfway through. A cup of tea, I think. Charge the batteries, drive on. Only one of the batteries charged, so I think it's quite a thin piece that's left. I'm going to chance it on the table saw.
I am just doing this corner piece So I was just going to show you how I've gone about that. So I did one corner piece over the bedroom, and this is my second one. This is quite a long one, so I'm going to split it into two. Come as far as maybe just beyond the join. No, do you know what? I'm going to come before the join. Do that section because then I can reach all of that. And then it'll almost like be half and half. I probably should do it all in one, but because one, the plasterboard is a little up and down, and two, I'd have to move the scaffolding to get the second piece stuck. So it takes time then to get that all right. So I'll cut the first piece. The corner tape is quite nice to work with. It looks like this with like a metal strip running down the middle, and where the metal strips, the gap between the metal strips is where you bend it in half.
Get out of my way, horse! Busy man coming through. What's wrong? Excuse me, darling. Please would you vacate the location? Splendid.
Because you're meant to use snip scissors, but cuts fine with the scissors. So then you're left with this. So then I'm just going to bend this. So then the metal kind of keeps it straight. And we'll go up and pop that up. Didn't say actually, but Rob came back with another bucket of this. €50 stuff. He couldn't get the ready mix bag that we wanted. This is all he could get. He tried 2 places. So I'm going to keep going with this orange bag, the skim coat. That's the brown stuff that I was putting up this morning. And then I'm going to use this afterwards. That seems to work, so we'll see how we go. I suppose you could use the scrim tape for this as well. But this metal just keeps the line. So what it will look like is it will cover all these nasty pieces now. But now I see that there's a bit of a bow here. Maybe I'm better to do it in sort of 3 parts. Okay, quick update. It is what, Wednesday afternoon. I did the bathroom Monday, this hallway Tuesday, which is yesterday. That's all filled now, may need to be skimmed over again. Of course, this hallway is done the week previous, which didn't seem like a lot done because there was so much going on last week. In the bathroom, I think I'm going to come back here now and just do a quick skim over anything that I need to do. So I'm going to do that now, and then I can't believe that actually this is ready. This is pretty much ready then for paint. So that'll be very exciting. So I'll come back in here now, spend a little bit of time trying to get these right. And I'll show you when I'm done because I can't really set you up in here. This room is so small. So that's where we are. On goes the plastering.
Hello everybody. Not much to report. Today was a busy day. I'm in my human clothes. I had to go take a couple of meetings. Still no joy on the job hunt, but I'm plowing on. I've been doing dimensions, and what I have, if you're interested, is this line is the side of my television. So these paneling is only ever so slightly bigger, but it goes floor to ceiling because really we want to keep it as this kind of pebble dash, because the light looks amazing when it just shines it up. In order to do that, we didn't want any wires, so this is primarily to hide the wires. It's also to provide us with a light source. Did I show you that? Did I show you that? I must unplug my toothbrush. Hang on. Okay, so this ain't picking up anything, but you can maybe see it better at night time. I might show you, if I remember. I might show you a clip tonight. You can't see it on the bottom there. I just wanted to test this to figure out where I put the wiring. Anyway, as I was saying, this is to hide wiring. It's to become a light source, a kind of ambient light source in the room. And it's to practice on the birch ply that I'm going to build the kitchen with. I was quite happily able to use this. Some of the lines aren't perfect. Like this isn't perfect. But actually with the sander, it comes off really well. So it's given me a lot of confidence to tackle the cabinets in the kitchen whenever I get to that. So I have the outline of the television on the outside. It's going to take pretty much all of this space, and I have a mount that I want to put here, and I am now going to cut this out. I have all of the strips ready. I was going to put them up alternating on the black, but I figure it's just going to be easier to cut this hole out now, then fit them on, and then cut the hole. I think that's straightforward. This is going to be a very quick job. Cut a hole, I'm going to glue and pin these up. I'm going to use my transcriber. Let's see if I can do this. Use my transcriber to get the angle. Gonna pop it on these. Gonna cut it with my saw. Gonna stick them up. I mean, it shouldn't take long, really. I want to finish this, and as I'm waiting for my work surface to cure, let's just double check it again. What are we at? Let's put this on building. We're still kind of at 32. Not sure what to make of that. A block of wood is at 13. Actually, I should put on wood setting. Block of wood's at 15. This is saying 56% water. That's absolutely incorrect. Maybe I can't judge this. Let me know in the comments if these moisture meters are any good to figure out when to varnish or when to polish. In any case, I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to make a decision. You know what? Maybe I'll do the tiling. I might do that actually. We just want to get this kitchen ready and done as a kind of a nice place to relax as we tear apart the old building. That kind of makes sense, I think. I feel under pressure time-wise, so I'll circle back to you and give you more of an update, either in this session or next week's. Right, let me go. See ya. So it's next day, I got ahead there and I ran out of sheets or strips. So this is all one 8x4 sheet of plywood. I didn't measure the gaps. I tried to line it up in between here. It was actually one of the things I wanted on the outside when we did the larch. Every gap is a perfect spacing. I quite liked actually the style of having alternate spacing on the larch, so I kind of decided that I wasn't going to be too finicky about this and just see how it comes out naturally. So all the gaps are just a little bit different. Also, I had that error with the hand saw. So you can see down the bottom, some of these have little curves and they're all different. It's kind of cool. What I wanted to do actually is just to take these offcuts, and I'm just going to cut out this. This is where we're going to mount the TV hardware. But I wanted these offcuts to practice different stains, waxes, oils and varnishes, and just see what kind of finish we want. If anyone's done this before, let me know what finish you had. This is birch plywood. I like the idea of an oil, to be honest. Maybe even a Danish oil, because that has a little bit of varnish in it. I'm not too keen on varnish, only because you have to do a hell of a lot of sanding to reapply, and it's really just a sheen over the wood. I like the idea of an oil because that, like, it just kind of hydrates the wood and it's absorbed into the wood. And we're doing a tongue oil on the concrete here, so I'm just not sure what to finish. I was going to stain these kind of a little bit darker so they go almost grey, but I just really like the cleanness of it. I don't want to be talking sort of Japandi, probably Japandi. I like the Scandi look, but I have spent some time in Japan, and this really reminds me of the kind of the screen doors they used to use. It was almost a white. I'm pretty sure it's not birch they use over there. I think it might be a type of a popular, but I really do like the white look. So now I'm thinking of like not putting a finish and keeping it this color because it's really nice and bright. And then I'm thinking, should I do the varnish? Because the varnish has UV protection and it's next to some really big windows. So yeah, I'll take a few test samples. If I have time today, I'll show you what I have in the shed, but I won't proceed. And if you want to give me a comment and let me know what you would think or what you reckon I should go for, let me know. But this has been a really good exercise. It's been very good practice on the plywood, practice on the cuts, practice on the finish, and I'm going to mount the TV in a little while. I just want it out of the box. It's been in this box for, how long has it been in the box, Claire?
Oh, I can't remember when we bought it.
Feels like Claire bought it like 20 years ago, but it's probably not been that long. So we want all of the boxes out. I have to assemble these drawers as well, so I'll be kind of reducing the clutter in this place. I'll move all my tools out as well, and I'll do some testing. But first, I must get a second sheet of plywood. I must take 2 more strips off, and this is the only strip that'll be visible, so I need to measure both sides there. I think this is my first cut. This is perfect, but it's a little bit smaller. I think it's 5.5 centimeters. And all of these are 6, so they don't quite fit. So I need a perfect piece there. Then I need to put a little bit of side pieces up along here just to help hide the frame. But I won't fit this yet because this is off our old electricity system. It's a pipe that's going out to our water pump here. So it's quite handy actually, because I can splice in the new TV onto our water pump, even though we don't have the house rewired, which these are the new wiring, so that'll be quite handy. Anyway, that's me. Down to the workshop, let's get some more wood. Hey folks, I will admit that I got carried away. I got the TV mount and I mounted it perfectly in the center and everything was looking good. I was going ahead of schedule. So then I got the TV and I tried to put the brackets on, but this TV, for some god unknown reason, doesn't have the brackets in the middle of the back of it. It has it at the bottom of the back of it. So all my measurements to center this TV means it's raised up by about 20 centimeters. Now, it's not a huge deal. This part here was meant to be at the middle, so that'll give you a rough idea. Now, the only issue is if you're sitting down, or if you look at the bottom, you can see that unsightly mess there. So I think I'm going to have to put a little bit of trim straight across the bottom. I have a few spare here. That's not a big issue. The second kind of thing is this angle that's at the side of the TV. It's quite far because the TV, of course, now is higher, so the tilt angle has to be lower to be comfortable for a seating area. And that has the unfortunate effect that you can see right into the back of it. So I need to do a little bit of thinking about, do I adjust the tilt? Do I push it back a little bit? Or do I just build maybe, I don't know, a black box just to cover the wires behind? I'm not sure. But for the sake of this project, I'm fine with it. I'm going just to attach the side now, attach 2 more strips here. I had strips on the bottom. I was going to test a lot of oils and varnishes on. I'm now going to use them to fill in these holes. I thought they'd be, you wouldn't see them if this TV was pushed back. So I just have to fill up here. I have my strips cut. Just a little bit more, but overall, I mean, when I'm standing right in front of it, I'm very happy with this. This is a very nice little project to get me started on the birch ply. And yeah, I'm happy enough with that now. That looks great. The TV is amazing. It's way better than we thought. It's like super duper quality. This was a fantastic buy. I think it was Black Friday in Lidl. And this is another Black Friday from Amazon Warehouse. It's pretty handy soundbar. I think it was only 20 euros. It looks the part. I have the wiring going in from behind there, so these wires, you won't see them. This is the wire from the lights, you won't see that either. So it's just going to be very neat, very tidy, very nice. Coming to the end of Thursday, I am going to really hustle. I want to get this finished by the time I copy across my files tonight. So it's late Friday evening, or Thursday evening as well, so I'm not sure I'll get it done, but I am going to hustle. I'm not going to time lapse. I'm hopefully going to come back in a few seconds and you see a finished item.
As usual, it is, what, 7:15, and I have done a lot in here. I'm not completely finished. I just wanted to tidy up the edges anywhere where I could see tape coming through, like here. I wanted to go over again. So I'll be back in here tomorrow morning. I just want this to be as good as I can get it. Definitely will need sanding, but I feel I'm getting places. I actually just want to show you this because I discovered a new tool today. So I was using one of these. This is actually my one, but Mike actually left me his one, which is actually better. And I also was using one of these. This is good for hard to reach places, but not so good if you want to do a long line of plaster, because it just leaves loads of little lines. It also is pretty crap at going down the two, the manufacturing lines, like the 2 lines where there's a gap in the middle, where you should be able to go down through, and this just catches. So if you're any way off, it catches the plaster. So you want something that covers the whole lot, which is why this one is better for that. However, today I was in a bit of a dire state because up here, which needs a bit of sanding, if I can get the sander up there. Do you know what? This is really crap because you can't see very well because it's so dark. But anyway, up there wrecked my head because I couldn't get either of those tools in that tiny angle where the ceiling meets the wall. Nothing would fit up, no handle would fit up there. So I discovered this. This is my new latest tool. This came with the set that we got, which included that other small one and a range of other things, but this fits up nice and tight against it. You can get your fingers in really small, you know, right up into the corner. So yeah, talk about discovering all things. So I now am actually using this more than the big one. So there you go. That was today's discovery. Tomorrow could be something else. We'll have to see. But I don't think I've any other tight corners like that. Well, not that I've found. Although the kids' bedrooms could be a different story. But I don't think we have any really small angles as small as the one in this bathroom where the ceiling meets the wall. So that's today's update.
Right, it's a little bit later than I hoped this week. So it's not been as bad as last week, but there was loads of kind of small bits, and all the small bits add up. So it feels like we've got a lot of small things done, a lot of small things were done this week, but it also feels like the momentum kind of wasn't there. But, you know, we look back and the momentum was there. So we just have to get over that funk. My biggest task was to tackle, figure out if I wanted to extend the countertop, which we actually didn't. Took back all these stone walls and put a nice little bit of wood on top there that we had squirreled away. And then it was to test the plywood. So I got out my first sheet of plywood, went into the second one. I learned an awful lot. The circular saw doesn't deal with heavy sheets, but if you cut it into halves, it can very much handle them. And when you put the, which is one of them, probably down here, when you put the sheet of plywood through the circular saw, the table saw, you almost don't need to sand it. However, when you use the handheld saw, it's a lot easier to get a guide, but if you make one mistake, the mistakes add up. The handheld saw does need to be sanded quite a lot. So I'm happy with this. I'm really happy with this. I'm not happy with the tilt, as I told you guys earlier. I haven't fit the sides trim on either side because this is our existing electricity to the water pump. So when we have the consumer unit changed, we're going to remove this, but it has to go behind here for the time being. I suppose I could have relocated it. Oh man, funny how you think about things in hindsight. But anyway, the trim I'll leave until I have all of that taken out. But it doesn't look too bad now. I had these gaps, I had to find more things to fill it out, but now you can see behind and you get the full panel. Same with the other side, doesn't look too bad. I have the trim here to go on the edge there. But overall, I'm pretty feckin' happy with this. It all fits perfect. And this soundbar from Amazon, like 20 quid or something, it is fantastic. Two little mounting points here. I got carried away doing it. And we have power and HDMI going back there. It's the same with the TV. We are going to put all our electrics and maybe some sockets behind there so we won't see it. Overall, pretty happy with that. But let's have a look at this. Well, how about those chickens? We have a little bit. I haven't attached the lights top or bottom and it isn't dark yet, but you're getting an idea how this is going to look. And once we have the walls whitewashed, it's going to look amazing. The quality on this TV is unbelievable for a little boy. It's not freaking bad at all. So I'm glad you got it when you went out to do the shopping, Claire. What do you make of it?
It's fabulous, yeah. Looks really good. And the wood surround, it's really great.
It's going to go really good with our kitchen.
It's simple, yeah, it's very simple.
Yeah.
And I don't think it does it justice until we do whitewash the pebble dash. Really. Very
good with the background there. This is the start of our... Oh, you're tired.
Sorry, I'm absolutely exhausted.
This is the start of our 4-day heat wave. So my camera died, so we're chatting on Claire's. But you're really enjoying the plastering.
Plastering is done downstairs.
So I'm not sure what I'll do next week. I'd love to polish the countertops.
I think that would be a good idea because I think that we need a usable space. Just outright really need a usable space.
To sit down and watch TV?
Yeah, I just sit here and look at this on here. But if we have that done, then we can pretty much
do more cooking videos.
get stuff moved in. Oh. More energy, more passion.
Yeah.
So I didn't think it would take all week. Was that all I did all week?
Yeah. I'm the same. I didn't think this would take me all week either.
Yeah, like it really
There was a lot of
just
distractions.
dragged and dragged and dragged.
That's why I hate finishing projects at the start when you're knocking up timber frames and slapping on a roof or digging something out. It's progress.
Yeah.
But like when you have to go slow like this to get the sanding and the nailing and the making sure everything's perfect, it just takes time. It's sunny this weekend. We're not gonna take time off. We might finish up early a few nights, do a few barbecues, and enjoy some of your elderflower cordial.
Yes.
And make some more of that.
Yes, yeah.
I love that. That's the summer, elderflower cordial.
It is, and even just if the weekend is good, I don't mind just working on in outside. You know, if there's bits to do in the garden, we just get them done.
Yeah.
And all tidied up.
We should say sorry for recording at our outro at the very end of a Thursday night after a really long week.
Maybe.
One thing I wanted to say, there was a lady that she asked me if I would do just to cook to show an Irish stew. So there's actually a few of you that have asked for that, so I'll do my best to share that with you if you don't tell anyone. If there's anything else you would like me to cook, let me know. I love cooking. I love trying new things. Something that I don't know how to cook, I would love to be challenged by you guys to do that and try to figure out. I mean, I don't have a kitchen, but I'll do my best. Thanks for all the support. Thanks for the comments. Thanks for the like. Thank you to our Patreons. Thank you to our channel members. Thank you to everyone who's given us a Ko-fi. Links are below if you want to help out, and catch you next time.
Slán go fóill.
Yeah.